you've seen this before. It's the Indesit BWE 914. No, it's BWA. Sorry, 91483. Right. XWA even. XWA before they went to BWA stuff, whatever. So this has not been used for over 5 years. This was rebuilt. It's because if you notice in one of the lab tests, if you go back, it was used as part of one of the lab tests I did years ago. I can't remember which one it was, shampoo, something like that. But that had a drum in it that it didn't, the bearings were gone. So you kind of destined for scrap at that point, except the Prime I had, that had a broken board and it sat in my house for ages. And then we decided to, in the end, because it was just playing up constantly, the bulb was just switching itself on and off and wouldn't start, and then would start, but then take 6 hours because it got stuck during this immediate spin and all that jazz. I decided to take the tub out of that and put it into this anyway. I rebuilt it. However, since then, oh by the way, it ran, and I think I did some filming with it. There's some cycles on the main channel here. Go back there. I think there's ones for the anti-odor and dark program and stuff like that. They're all there, so it ran absolutely fine. It's then since moved, comes to this workshop, been stood ever since, and it leaks. And not even a little bit. It just completely floods out. Everything that's going straight in is coming straight back out again. So you need to work out what. To me, it just looks like a pipe has come off. So we need to have a look, see what it is. So first thing to do, I'll take that off. Well, can't fit my hands down there, unfortunately. Unplug that. And then we're going to take this off. That door bank could ideally be put in refitting as well, if it's in the wrong place. So we'll have a look at that. Yep, there's the problem. See that there? That's the sun pose, it's just not on completely. Right, so we'll just stick the sun pose on. Problem solved. Strangely, there's quite a bit of interference coming from this. Right, put water clean on. sort out. I need to go get the other ender sit now. So I've got the brushed ender sits go into there, and then I've got the other 2 ender sits going there. This is all setting up for the NX, of course. Test range, you'll see the NX races before you'll see this video. Oh well. But this is, of course, well, part of what testing is all about. So I'm gonna have to swing this out slightly. There we go. So, a couple of things I need to, so that's now on wash, just to obviously clean it out and test it. I've got to keep it clean as well before we start. I have got the kick plate for it. Find it eventually. Oh. Right, so we've just removed the drills from the JLA 6s. Yeah. So that is a result of the fabric softener that, if you remember, the hose wasn't actually here. It was sort of in there. So all the fabric softener over the years has been dumped into there. The fabric softener on this, though, has been dumped correctly. I have no idea how we ever made it into the machine though, and surprisingly it makes me think that the pre-wash valve is broken, because all that, yeah, but it could have also been poor water intake. Let me show you. These are the valves. That's the cold one. Look how clogged that up is. The hot's not too bad, but the cold, it wouldn't surprise me if it filled up perfectly fine on the wash and then couldn't fill up at all on the fabric softener. And that's on not just this one, but on that one too. Exactly the same. By the way, this is the inside of a Schultes machine. It's pretty much very similar to a Miele. Again, board just sits on here. It's pretty normal. 4 springs, 4 dampers. I've got a flow meter look on this one. Very big flow meter. Now they can be microscopic like they use in dishwashers, but that is a proper, quite big flow meter. Hopefully it should never break. Good pressure switch though. That's just a digital pressure switch. Yeah, I bought this from auction. I've actually thought I'll get one of these. So I've obviously got the other Samsung 6kg with a really weird diamond drum in it and a really weird door design, and it doesn't really match up to anything that Samsung made, and it's not an Amica or anything like that. This is the first of the proper made Samsungs after they took over the Amica factory and then subsequently made them in the Amica factory. So yeah, so we've got that type of drum. This is basically the 6kg version of my 8kg one I had when I had it brand new. Trying to get hold of an 8kg version that I had is pretty much bordering on impossible. In the entire time I've been looking, one has popped up ever on my old WF8804 RPA. There's a lot that look like my old 8kg, but sure enough they're all the washer dry versions, which have the same styling. And you still have air refresh, but it's of course a washer dryer. Right. Also, not to get confused as well, they did 2 diamond drum versions of this 6kg version. So you had this one with 12 programs, and then you had a 10 program version instead, which put the spin speed here for some reason, and then only it gave you like 1400, 800, 400. It didn't give you 12 in between, for whatever reason. One interesting thing about this, it has time saver. Do you want to see how much time it saves? Yeah, 5 minutes. Like, really? It is pointless me pushing that option. Don't get me wrong, we still got soak and we still got intensive. Obviously that's standard now. And we still got easy iron, etc. But come on. Ridiculous. Right. This went for the... I was going to say the most money, but actually that's not true in the auction. It was quite bizarre, really. They had like a modern Beko 9kg. I think that went for 30 quid. There was a new C with the 7kg drum with the little button that lifts up for the filter. That went for £10, and then it subsequently didn't get bought. And it went for the timed auction and probably went for £5, knowing full well. I didn't buy it because I've just got too much. I just want stuff that I want to film. That's it right now because of how much little room we got. We had like other Beko. Oh, we had the Beko 1600 7kg Excellence. I didn't buy that because the bearings had gone on it. There was another Beko, I think. There was an Indesit. An Indesit, I think it went for like £20. Modern Indesit as well, not like it was something old. And then you got to this. Nice and further on in the auction. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll get it for like £20, £30. No. No. With fees, it's cost me £50. So, £40 it went for. I was quite surprised how much it went for. But that's not what I also bought. I bought something else from auction in the same auction. You'll see that in a minute. Anyway, well, I think we'll give this a clean out. Because it's disgusting. So, my only little proviso. Look. Ugh. Ew, it's disgusting. So, I did check it before. Well, I say before the auction. It was literally on the auction day. I actually literally went there about 30 minutes before this was up in the auction. Checked it, but so the only thing is if I do this one, one of the spider's legs has ever so slight play, tiny bit of play. I'm hoping that the spider doesn't snap, but yeah. So we're going to test it, see how everything works, make sure it all works, blah blah blah. And then the seal will come off. I'll bleach the seal, put it back on, and then we'll film it. I say that a lot about a lot of other things. I need to put seals on all the other stuff yet. Different drawer. The 8kg had a much bigger drawer. Right, so what we'll do baby care. And we'll do it like that as well. Yeah. Right, I'm going to I'll take the filter first before I put it on. Right, taking the filter out. The smell is something else, actually. Normally, smelly washing machines smell in a certain way. This smells badly in a completely different way. Anyway, I've got to clear this out. Now, weirdly, it's a bit different with a Samsung how these filters work. So all the water that drains out actually gets sucked through this tiny hole here, straight through to here. Or it can be sucked around these bends as well. So we need to check. Oh! That's the smell. It smells. Oh, strong tuna. Strong tuna. That's what it smells like. Not mould. Strong tuna. Ugh. Oh, that is bad. That is bad. Sorry, but normally the smelly mouldy washing machines I can deal with, but that is pretty bad. Right. Anyway, we need to unclog that, so we'll push that through there. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, that's what's causing it. Look. That. Right. Put that in. The flap as well, I didn't realise, because it was so precisely put on, there was tape over it. The top tab that clips it into place broke. Oh my god, that's horrendous to smell. Ugh! Right, put it on to boil wash now with a pre-wash. Right, so look at this then. It baffled me at the start, but I've worked out what it is. So, sorry for, because I could do with it a bit like a Daewoo brand, knowing full well it isn't obviously made by Daewoo in any way, shape or form. But I'm a bit baffled because I was like looking at it going, that sticker's upside down. Right. How is that on? Is that a swing out? Oh, it's a swing out! In a weird way. Huh. Someone had actually gone out and put that on upside down. I'll have a quick look at the filter first. They have put it upside down. I just noticed. Right. That's supposed to be that way up. Oh, well, something I suppose. Very, you know, swing door-esque to a Zanussi. But actually, this, believe it or not, is a San Giorgio. Yes. It's, sure enough, it's Italian made. Hopefully it works. It is full. Ugh. It is, again, disgusting inside. Why have you not... You know, we've got like that there. You know, we'll empty the filter in a minute, have a look at that. It's full of mould. Like proper, look at that. Right. So yeah, it's San Giorgio made. And what's weird about the styling is that it proper blends all the Italian manufacturers all together, all in one. You've got Zanussi with this sort of swing door. Right, we've got Ardo Bologna, which is this thing here. If you look round the back, it's got a full-on Indesit back panel. It's also got an Indesit slightly restyled where the inlets go into. It's a plastic panel that the inlets go into. Very similar. And it's kind of like, you know, you sort of got this sort of algae looking thing, and this rib here, right, this is on Indesit Evolutions and Aristons. Then you've got these massive drum paddles which wave a bit like this. And you've got the back WF in it, really. that is a double F, because that's not quite round. It's a bit triangular. Very odd. Right. We'll look at its filter first. We'll take any crud out and then we'll see if it works. Now I did buy it basically fully working from Facebook Marketplace. There's a pound in there. So that's a bit of an odd design, but it works. It's kind of like sunk. It's got a bit of straw in. Clear. Why didn't it come out? Old 10p. It's been sat there for a very long time. Interesting, it's not turned the water black. Ew, it's disgusting. Yeah. The design's quite clever how it works. So you've got like this filter design here, and all the water has to go beyond here, so it can't go from above. Where does it come in? That side. Weird. Right. That's interesting. In Carton Eco standard actually puts on time at 1980, which suggests that it's still applicable there. Speed wash. At 40 degrees by the looks of things. You can run it on the quick wash, on the cold wash. It still goes up to 40 degrees, 1400. That's pretty good. I like that. Delicates, quite a long wash. Hand wash, very long wash. Intensive. About 10 minutes extra by those things. I think it stops at 60. Duvet, that's pretty cool. Curtains, sportswear, shirts, wool, rinse and spin, spin and drain. Quite reasonable then I suppose. So I'll put that on. We're going to put it on. Actually, no, we'll just test it on rinse and spin first. Make sure it fills, stops, drains, all that. And whilst it's doing that, we'll put in some citric acid, some cleaners per usual. So Samsung's going to spin. Then the pump is a bit rattly, so This is struggling to drain. Now, we know there's no noise from the actual pump, so it's not like rattling or anything. I just think that the entire thing's lined with grot. It's grotty, it won't drain properly. Might be alright until we've cleaned it out. That's gone to its main wash now. That's only the way it did because of how that reacts. Because I put citric acid in on top with, and I put that on top, it reacts, it just basically go like that. Tell you what, this paths around this San Giorgio. This is a San Giorgio it wash. It's it wash style, that's what it is. By San Giorgio. Probably why all the cycles take forever, don't they? Right, you've been spinning like 150 for like forever. Come on. Let's take a look at this then. Yep, 14 kilo. It's essentially 13 kilo, but with a bit more door space, so it gets staggeringly. Now, what's that? A bit of spider, or is that a bit of limescale? None I'm too bothered actually, because The drum that's used for the washer dryer, which this is the same for the washing machine. The washing machine actually has the duct for the washer dryer built into it, into the tub. So all you got to do is saw out the top. And there you go. So the door seal actually is very clean. It's just, there's no mould. It's just full of fluff. So we've got yeah, that's direct in it. Yeah, that goes from there in. Have a quick look at it. So we've got the same cross display that they use, you know, on the Candy Rapido, stuff like that. So what have we got here? Let's have a look here. So we've got what looks to be oh no, are these not touch? No, they're not touch. Apparently no pre-wash. You can have rinse plus, and you can't have steam. Right, so that's that. So yeah, so all done. So we've got temperature. What's that? 2 hours 50. Spin speed. What's that? Rapid. 2 hours 50. 2 hours 50 for a cotton 90. 1 hour 37 for a cotton 90. Yeah, that's a joke. Especially if you're putting in 14 kilo. How are you supposed to wash it? We've got a pre-wash. That's on 14 minutes. Balmy. And even more interesting, and this is what annoys me about Hoover. Let's go up to, yeah, is that you can't have multiple options, you can only have one. Anyway, then we've got dry in, which isn't allowing. There we go, it's allowing it now. Right, okay. So, couple dry, iron dry. To be fair, that's pretty quick drying. Dry, iron dry, couple dry. Then you've got minutes. And what have we got here? That favourites. So that's night wash. What's that? Tub clean. Not tub clean. Active wash. 20 minutes. And we've got night and day. 1 hour 18. And then, what was that? And then it's just flashing with that. Don't know. All in one. Alright, yeah. 59. You can only go to 40. Let's try, what's total care then? 2 hours, 30 degrees. So I've no idea what that is. It might be fluff clean. I've not looked at the manual, that's why. Anyway, rapid 14. Can we dry it? Yeah, we can. Makes it 3 hours. So high heat drying is 3 hours 50. To be fair, for full load, that is quick. It's only 1600 watt pull though. That is massively off. So either you can't heat to 6, it's a 19 time, or the drying's just going to take forever. 9 days, yeah, synthetics. And its own cycle, apparently. By the way, this normally phones up quite badly, the normal pink stuff. So if it's all disappeared, that means it's all gathered hold of all the dirt. And this one isn't that much better. Well, I suppose it's bigger than normal, but that's still pretty tiny for the machine's 14 kilogram size. Yeah, pretty clear. I think the outer top's going to be fine. Even below the, when I peel the seal back, there's no build up of dirt. So I think it's just a case of really, in fact, probably check it with a load on like a normal 60 and then see what happens. I'm going to plug the engine meter in and see how much power everything draws. Oh, is it? Oh, hang on, that's not. Oh no, wait, that is discoloured. Is it? Or is it clear? No, it's discoloured. But it's purple. Or black. Yeah, it's black. Physical black. It looks like it's off this fluff. They've been dyeing something. Yeah, it's definitely purple. Jeans. Jeans colour's purple. Put on spin. full of fluff. It needs rinsing out again and again. Right, I'll have a quick look, check of the fluff filter as well, but I think it's all bypassing it out. It should be anyway. Yeah, let's clear that water. So it just needs look at that. That is full of fluff. Ugh. Ugh, yeah, so, right. So this is up to temperature, but it does seem to suffer from the whole I hate water. It really doesn't like water. That one's not too bad, it's got a bit more water in, but it is on baby car, and baby car has historically always added more water. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's going to go on to another boil wash after, not with citric acid, but just with a normal. Just scooping that in. Hopefully it'll pick up more crud and stuff. This just needs more water. I've just put on another rinse. I've scooped out all the fluff. Basically all I'm doing is actually defluffing it first, and then we'll put it onto a quick 60 wash with a bit of dry pattern. We can see how it acts. Because at the minute it's just full of fluff. The amount of fluff I took out before, just from the drum alone, but there's that little in there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to go and get the watering can. I'm going to put some in. In fact, it's put that little water in. It's not even taking all the detergent in. Right, I'm going to use that to fill it up. There you go, it's a bit more appropriate, don't you think? It's up to the door. It's up to literally the door seal here now. It's cooled it down a bit, unfortunately. Might kick in the heater again, hopefully. It should probably heat in time. Samsung's gone to cool down mode, so that's now raised. I'll have a quick look at this. I've just paused it to its first rinse. Hopefully it's looking pretty clear now. But we are, let's see. Yeah, we're pretty clear now. So we'll just chuck some towels in on a quick wash and dry then. Right, put two bath sheets in. Normal 60. Double rapid low. Dry. Is could dry less? It is. So I plugged the edge meter in it. We're going to check it both on the heating, how much washes it takes in, board, and then on the drying, see how much heating it takes on board. If it dries, actually. It senses. think that once it's heated, because it'd already heated by the time I put the water in, it's not reheating now, I don't think, on that. What an odd way of filling it up. It's turning the main wash on and off. So let's see what kg mode detects on this then. Because, so I'm hoping the kg mode obviously then reduces how long it is for the drying as well as for the washing. Even if everything is balled up at the minute. You've got two towels in there, you balled each other up. Anyway, I'm bold. Let's look at this. I'll move this out of the way. This is a compact washing machine. That's literally all it's called. No branding on it whatsoever. Like at all. It's literally Chinese special. Look at that. Mini washing machine. That's all it's called. XPB 10-01, max washing capacity 1 kilogram, input power, just the motor basically 135 watts, by Jumbo Train Limited. Let's take a look. I'm inspired with the plug cover on it. I don't think this is earthed, I think. I can't see this being earthed. Is that really a three wire plug? Just out of pure interest, I'm just going to undo the plug first. Yep, sure enough, it's not earthed. It's just a 2-pin, so it's just live neutral, 3 amp fuse. 3 amp fuse correct, because of course it's only 135 watts. Not entirely sure whether it should be earthed, really, because at the end of the day you're messing about with water. I think all the pins are alright, yeah. I mean, the pin ends that go in are crimped, so it's not too cheaply scaled back, but even so it's quite unusual that it's got a wired 3-pin plug on, rather, you know, that's been wired in manually rather than say like a sealed plug. I would still have expected a sealed plug even on something like this. But that also being said, this is China, and they're going to obviously leave the 2-pin lead off the end, ready to wire on the plug for the country it's exporting to. Right, let's have a look then. So we've got our timer there, and we've got, so that's our fill hose for some reason. Why you need a fill hose, I'll never know. Got our wash plate, and that's where we drain out. I think you can move that. So that goes just down there. It's a gravity fed, of course, no pump. That hooks up there until you're done. Why we need to fill in water, I'll never know, because it's literally just a hole that goes there, in. Now I'm pretty certain that this isn't going to work unless the lid's closed. Shall we have a look? Oh no, time's on. Oh, not enough. Pretty much does nothing. I'm not do a proper review of it, but yeah. It says like low level, medium level, high level. Like, why does it matter? You can see! And you're the one filling it. Alright, that's sensed and gone down. Ready for the balance things for just the wash, not for the drying. Well, at least they're now untangled. £1,580 watts. With the heater on. Inch. That current wattage are high. Oh, that's on high. So if I do current wattage, so it's 1500 watts under heating. Is that right? And then with the motor, it's near 60 watts. That's an efficient motor. Remember the Bosch? Well, saying that, we'll see what happens with the spin. Hoover's on its final spin. It's pretty much finished now. Thompson's finished as well. Level them both out, throw some towels in. Hoover washer dryers are still stupid. Oh, by the way, it's got a 1200 watt. Yeah. Let me just pause it. It's already getting hot. There we go. So, 1200 watt heater apparently can dry 9 kilogram of washing in just 3 hours 40. Considering that, take 2.5 hours for the same size heater to dry 3 kilograms of laundry? I don't think so. 3, 6, 9, you're looking at 7.5 hours. If that's the only input in. Can't help but look at it and go, why are these timings so out? In fact, it's not even 1200 watts, that's with the motor running. 11. And the little fan going. 1100 watt heater. Wow. Wow. That is bad. Unless I'm missing something and it goes up to 2 kilowatt later on. No, it's not, is it? Wow. So by my estimation, this 1.5 kilogram load of towels should take around 90 minutes to dry. It's saying 3 hours 36 in a minute. So it should be done before that finishes. But we'll see. Right, let's put the Daewoo on Duvet 60, 800 RPMs max, a couple of towels, see how high the water level goes on the duvet, be interesting, and it does go up to 60 by the way, so because of this, it's quite easy to tell, the time goes up and down with the temperature, and of course it won't go any higher once the max temperature is met. So yeah, duvet goes up to 60, curtains goes up to 40, sportswear goes up to 40, shirts goes up to 60, wool goes up to 40, hand wash goes up to 20. Literally, because if you have it at basically on 30, it will only heat to 20, but if you have it on cold, it will take off 3 minutes. Speed wash, 30 minutes at cold, 40 minutes at 40, synthetics to 60, Cotton's Eco up to 90. Right, so put some towels in, a little bit of Becco in, yeah, whatever this is in here, mix of God knows how much, whatever's in it. See what it smells like when it comes out. I'm hoping that the also duvet obviously brings the water level up. I mean, it's definitely put a lot more water in than say the cotton cycle. Yeah, it's coming up. To the door. Not bad. Although it's instantly gone down to 1 hour 40. Interesting. That's looking a bit more better than it did on the first time around. It's got one scoop of vanish in this time, or pink stuff basically. And again, put it on baby care. That's out of the door seal. Yeah, both door seals are going to have to come off. They are disgusting. £1.39 each. Wash race! which just sense. It's just gone down from 3 hours 21 to 2 hours 50. Yeah. Still feel like it could lose another hour yet. So interestingly, if you have power cuts during drying, this will not reset. It won't continue, let's put it that way. So I've started it up. The heater hasn't kicked in just yet. See what happens. Heater's still not on at the minute. Been off about 12 minutes or so. We are supposed to go on sense in a minute. But if the stat's tripped, is that how easy it is to trip the stat? Yeah, the Samsung gets to 82 degrees. Well, so this is where we're up to with this. So what we've done is taken this door, which is off that Becco down there. That one's quite rusty, you know, and I'm not sure about the motor kind of thing. But we've got, so yeah, so this is the old door hinge, snapped, amazingly. This is slightly damaged, we see. So there's the good door, this is the door hinge one. It looks like it's actually bent. Yeah, sort of semi-bent, all that. So I'm going to take the door handle off this. To be fair, I've got spare door handles, I'm pretty sure would fit anyway. I'm going to put it onto this one. I'm going to clean it all up as well. So we'll get some water, give it a bit of a clean, we'll stick it back on again. Okay, just sensed. But another thing's just happened. It's come up with 5 hours 39. But interestingly, the heater's back on. I'm drawing a bit more power than what it was before. Yeah, as soon as it sensed, the heater came on. So it must have a self-overheating self-resetting overheat stat on it. Because you think about it. So what happens is, and why it's stats blow or trip, is you've switched off the dryer while the heater was in full swing. The fan is shifting that hot air through, yeah, around, keeping it at a constant, say, 70 or 80 degrees, let's say. And then what's happening, when you trip the electric, the fan isn't blowing it anymore. And then what happens is that hot coil, the hot coil heater, is still hot, and then we'll get hotter and hotter and hotter over a period of about 10-15 minutes. Now that can be enough to ignite any fluff that's caught in there. So to prevent things from melting, overheating, etc., or even possibly catching fire to fluff, it has a self-resetting stat. So obviously it gets too hot and goes no, and basically it disconnects the supply to the heater until it's cooled back down again and latches back on again. It one-shot stat basically trips and then that's it. Either you have to manually set it back again, or you need to change the entire stat. This one looks like it's got a self-resetting stat, which works. cool back in. You know, let's cool back down and start it again. I was a bit worried then. I was going to have to open the top and reset the stat, but never mind. It says 5 hours 37. It should resense again. Because bear in mind, obviously, it was driving for about 40 minutes beforehand, so 30 minutes before I accidentally flipped the kettle on and overcharged the supply. So I'm going to take the door seal off now. That's going to go for soak. This one, Hoover's still going. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, they're still not great, but at the minute we'll just take the door seal off. Right. Well, they are perfectly dry. Pretty nice as well. Well done.